I used to stand alone by the cloakroom door. In the morning before school, and again when the lunch bell rang and the others ran out to the field, I walked to the same spot and rested my head on the sharp crags of stucco. An outcrop of shadow protected the wall from the autumn heat. With folded hands, I stood in the shade, gazing at the backwoods and waiting out the day. I took up my station at the rear of the school after Claire's parents moved downtown, leaving me friendless in the neighborhood. I sometimes ran into her at the store or on the boulevard, but as our mothers chatted, our scant talk revealed that our common ground had been only literal, the adjoining area between our yards. The new neighbors were old and seemed to wear housecoats all day, and so, at school, I became the girl by the door, Odile who stands by herself, never spoken to, and seldom spoken of. Staring at nothing, with eyes like carved wood, as motionless as an effigy. Before the bell called everyone in, I liked to slip inside the classroom a minute early. 6 empty rows faced an immaculate blackboard. The dusty odor of chalk blended with a pungent oil. My teacher, Monsieur Pichecru, habitually rubbed his desk with a wet black rag. When I was younger, the oily smell had made my nostrils curl. Then the bell would ring, the cloakroom door would open behind me, and the room would rush with noise. In the storm of laughter and gossip, I remained alone. But when Pichecru strode in with his books and his switch, everybody hushed. We stood in our uniforms until he motioned us to sit. And for the next hours of lectures and tests, I was glad to have company in my silence. That fall, I was 16, and the course of my life was ready to be determined. My class had reached the apprenticeship level, and most people were excited about the impending transition out of school. At the end of September, we were to hand in our applications and wait to see who chose us. Later on, once the decisions were made, we would split our time between Pichecru's lessons and training for our vocations around town. Some people knew the work they wanted, and others were scrambling to figure it out. All month there were visits scheduled from clerks and artisans explaining their trades, as well as field trips to the farms, the orchards, the mill, and the border.